So let's try this again. This is what 50 looks like. I did one before. I had my hair dyed and everybody said I looked like I was 70 years old. I know I have wrinkles and my skin is hangy because I lost over 100 pounds, and when that happens, that happens. But I want to know the truth. Does the highlights make me look younger, or do they not make any difference at all? This is 50. I like it.
Black women, stay out of it. Stay out of the "this is what 50 looks like" challenge. It's not for us, guys, okay? Let's let the other people have it. And while we're at it, make sure you're using your Black Girl sunscreen, because we see what happens when you don't use it.
This is what a woman in her 50s looks like. Take it in. This is me. Apparently it's trending on TikTok to show yourself at 50. So here we are. I think the better question is, what does it feel like to be in your 50s? Feel like, not look like. I have never felt more confident than I do now. And for me, confidence has nothing to do with looks. Confidence has to do with your self-acceptance. So how much you embrace all the versions of yourself, because I have versions of me that are cringy, dumpy, dorky, weird, but I love them all. I think the other thing that makes me more confident at this age is my experience. Just knowing that I've had so many experiences that help me make better decisions, that help me trust myself more. It's a really solid place to land. And the last thing that I think really plays into my confidence is my resilience. Once you've been through it, and at this age we have been through it. We've been through the darkest times. We've been through heartache. We've been through all kinds of trauma. We have wounds that we're still healing and working on. But we know above everything else that we can make it through. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know that you're strong. You know that you're resilient. You're a badass bitch. You're about to get through it. And that's it. You just do it. You know that you're going to keep on going despite anything that comes your way. So I think just that, I got like really aggressive there. Sorry. So share in the comments what makes you confident. How do you feel in your 50s or at 50 years old? Have you experienced the same shift that I have?
So apparently, there is a trend going online about white women aging faster than black women, and I've watched several videos of women starting to compare their skin, their glow ups, their wrinkles, and it's getting spicy. All this conversation, it tells you more about culture, more about self-love and beauty. And so in today's episode, this is all we are going to cover, because I've watched women in their 50s who look like women in their 30s, especially the black women, and some of the palm colored women in their 50s look like women in their 60s or 70s. And this is where the conversation started getting spicy, to a point that black women said that this is the power of melanin, and you know the power of melanin so well. So guys, welcome back to Judy's channel. I really appreciate your massive love and support. To my subscribers joining for the first time, welcome on board, and this is home. So let's dive in straight to the episode. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
So there's a challenge going around of what 50 looks like. I just turned 50 in November. I'll be 51 in November, obviously. So yeah, this is what it looks like for me.
So apparently everybody is showing what 50 looks like. So this is 50. Makeup only to enhance my natural features. But 50, yeah. 51 and all.
I heard y'all was looking for some 50-year-old women. What y'all want with us?
This is what 50 looks like.
I'm 54. How do I look?
I'm 53, and I will.
I'm 58. This is what 58 looks like.
This is what 53 looks like. 50 with no filter and no makeup.
What does the average 50-year-old look like? I don't think I'm average. I think I'm extra special.
I am 53. I will be 54 in December.
50-year-old woman look like?
Me.
This is what 50 looks like. Nope.
I will be 53 in September, y'all.
A average 50-year-old woman looks like.
I'm not 50. I'm 55.
I'm 60.
Black may not crack, but here's how we age. Number one, hyperpigmentation. Melanin-rich skin is more prone to developing hyperpigmentation, dark spots from acne or eczema, dark patches. There's a condition that we call maturational hyperpigmentation that we see in the more older population, in those with melanin-rich skin. And this can be influenced by different factors such as sun exposure, inflammation, and even hormonal changes. Number two, a loss of elasticity over time. So over time, melanin-rich skin might experience a loss of elasticity. So what does that mean? This results in sagging or drooping of the skin. So if you notice, you can probably, if you're young, look at your parents or your grandparents. You might notice that their cheeks don't sit up as high as they used to. They might be a little bit lower. Or you might notice a little bit of fullness in the corners of the mouth. That's what we call volume loss or loss of elasticity. So instead of your cheeks sitting up high like a little cute little cherub, they start to droop a little bit. So that's how we age. So we might not get the full-on folds and wrinkles, and we might not look like a tanned leather bag, thank God, but we might have a little bit of sag here and there. And this can be attributed to the breakdown of collagen in our skin, as well as elastin. Number three, dryness. So aging can lead to a decreased production of oil, natural oils in the skin, making melanin-rich skin more prone to dryness. And that dryness can result in the appearance of rough or dull skin. So yeah, black may not crack, but we do in fact age with time. Compared to those without melanin, it might not look as drastic, but we definitely do age a little bit more. So to help prevent or slow down the progression of aging, we're all going to age. Okay, nothing you can do about that. But to slow down that progression, consider wearing your sunscreen. Yeah, wear your hats if you're outside. I'm not telling y'all to become vampires. I'm not telling y'all to shun the sun. No, the sun gives life. Okay, think about your skin, which is a living organ. You want to make sure you're taking care. It's screen. It's screening the sun. It's not blocking the sun. It's screening the sun. So it's minimizing the amount of sun that you're still getting sun exposure. It's just minimizing that sun, therefore minimizing the damage that it's causing on your skin. So yeah, cheers. I hope you learned something new.
Black women, especially those of direct African descent, have the widest range of genetic traits, skin tones, eye colors, hair textures, and even disease resistance. This genetic diversity is unmatched anywhere else on Earth. But there's a scientific reason behind this: the Eve gene. Scientists like to call her mitochondrial Eve. This isn't just a theory, it's proven through genetics. Unlike regular DNA, which is a mix of both parents, mitochondrial DNA is passed only from mother to child, unchanged, except for rare mutations. This means that every human being carries a trace of their first mother, an African woman. From the deepest mahogany to golden honey to even albino skin, Black women's melanin comes in every shade. Some are born with freckles, others with striking undertones that shimmer in the sun. While brown eyes is most common, Black women can naturally have hazel, green, gray, and blue eyes. These rare colors show up due to genetic variations that have been passed down for thousands of years. Hair. No one has more variety than us. From tight coils to silky waves, from thick locks to naturally straight hair. Black women's hair is a crown of versatility, naturally. Our facial features, just as diverse. Some have high cheekbones and full lips. Others have narrow noses or wide. Regal structures that have been admired for centuries. Scientists discovered that every single human being can trace their maternal ancestry back to one African woman who lived over 150,000 years ago, mitochondrial Eve. That doesn't mean she was the first woman, but she is the common maternal ancestor of everyone alive today. But here's where it gets even deeper. Over time, humans migrated out of Africa. Their DNA mutated and adapted to different climates, leading to the variations we now call races. This means every non-Black person today is simply a genetic branch from the Black woman who started it all. Only Black women carry the full, unbroken mitochondrial DNA link to the very first mother of humanity. Our DNA is powerful. It's why we innovate, adapt, and thrive. This is why Black women continue to set trends, break records, and define culture. The world may change, but one thing stays the same. Black women are the blueprint.
Since you asked, these are 7 things that I do to grow older gracefully, and I am already in my 50s. So please follow me, like, and share so that I can keep on doing these tips. All right, number 1, I use a micro exfoliant on my skin. When I got into my 30s, I noticed that I would get hyperpigmentation, and it was so hard and take such a long time for my skin to sort of turn over. So I use a micro exfoliant now every day, and what does it do? It gets rid of the hyperpigmentation. Number 2, almost 30 years ago, I gave up beef and pork. Beef, I heard, takes 7 years to fully exit your system. So if you eat some beef in 2025, it's not going to leave your system till 2032. I thought that was crazy. Then I heard that pork made people crazy. I recently saw a report that it is now being linked to dementia. So I do not do beef or pork. Number 3, about 2 years, almost 3 years ago, I gave up white sugar. And what I mean by this is I was putting like teaspoons of white sugar in my green tea. And I noticed every day that I would put it in my tea, I would immediately afterwards want something else, pies, cookies, whatever. But I noticed that if I substitute a little bit of honey in my tea as opposed to white sugar, I don't have that addictive effect. I lost about 9 pounds when I switched from cutting off white sugar to using like a honey substitute or what have you. Number 4, I do exercise every day. In fact, I come on TikTok from 8:30 a.m. Eastern time to 9:30, and I do a kettlebell and stair stepper workout. On the weekends, I walk about 3 miles. 5, I am dairy free. Yep. People probably don't believe it, but I went to a healthcare doctor one time. In fact, it was one of Suzanne Summers' doctors in her network, and she said, girl, you need to get rid of dairy. Stop eating dairy. So I'm dairy free. 6, I'm also gluten free. And by that, I'm probably, like I said, 98% free on dairy, 98% gluten free, meaning that if there's something that has a little bit of milk in it or whatever, I might have it, but I'm not going to eat some cereal with some milk in it. I'm not going to pour milk in any coffee or anything like that. And with gluten, it's the same thing. If I'm going to eat pizza, it's gluten-free pizza. If I'm going to eat some cookies, it's going to be gluten-free cookies or what have you. So I really try to keep all of that out of my system. Now, what did I notice immediately about my body when I got rid of dairy and gluten? So less constipation, less bloating. It just like everything just started like, okay, we're cooking. And so that's something that I do. But I think the most important tip for me of growing older is I don't do a lot of stress, okay? Stress comes to you in financial stress, relationship stress, work-related stress, familial stress. I am someone who is seriously anti-stress. I believe in healthy boundaries. I have a therapist that I've seen every other week for like the last 3 years, and we keep on shaping my life to reduce my stress. When I say no financial stress, what I mean is that I'm going to live beneath my means. I'm going to have a business on top of other streams of income. I'm going to invest in the stock market. I'm going to have a high yield savings account. I'm going to use points when I travel. Like I'm going to do all the things that keep me financially, unstressed. Then in terms of familial stress or relationship stress or what have you, I do not allow people who are related to me or otherwise bring unnecessary stress to my life. If I find that they're too stressful, I know how to call block. I know how to ignore on the phone, all of the things. And people don't understand that A lot of times, the stress that we are allowing from other people, we can control, we can say no, okay? And on the work stress side of it, again, I make sure that I find ways to buffer myself. If I'm not satisfied with something that I'm doing at work, how can I pour into myself so that I can increase my satisfaction? Those are the things that I have used to help grow older gracefully. All right, y'all. If you want these types of tips, please share the tips in the comments, and I'd love to share. All right, y'all. Peace. See you next time.
There's a lot of buzz out there about why us 40 and over folks seem like we're aging backwards, right? And I think this is the case. Society thinks it's because of all the things we do now for our wellness, and that's a big part of it. But it also is contributed to our childhood. Before we were taking the vitamins that we take now, baby, we were taking Flintstone vitamins, okay? 10 million strong and growing. Well, before we started hitting the gym, we were hitting the streets, okay? Because we were playing outside all day, from sun up to sundown. We definitely got our workout in. Yes, we do skincare now, but we did skincare back then too. And it was called Vaseline in a jar, okay? And you would put it all over your body. We stay hydrated now, and we stayed hydrated then. And it was called drinking water from a water hose, tap water, okay? We didn't know what anything else was. Last but not least, we don't try to put a lot of junk in our bodies now. We didn't do it then, okay? We didn't eat a lot of fast food back then, all right? We ate a lot of home-cooked meals. Even if it was something as simple as spaghetti, we ate home cooked. Going to get something fast food was a delight. It was a reward. It was not common. So yes, I agree. The 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, baby, we are aging differently, okay? But that's just because we had a different kind of foundation. There probably should be a study on us because we're out here aging with grace. And as a proud 80s baby, on that note, stay healthy, be well, and take care of you.
Okay, guys, first of all, some of these videos are so wild. You know, the main reason as why I'm saying that some of these videos are wild because I've watched a 50-year-old black woman looking like a 28-year-old black woman, and then people in the comment section are losing their mind because it's so unbelievable. They even look 20-year older than their age, 10-year older than their age. Then when you start looking at the palm colored women when they're in their 50s, when they're in their 40s, 20s, you'll be surprised because you might think that they are even past that age. And that is the main reason as why this trend started, that black women age like a fine wine. And you know, in the society, black women have always been told to act their age, but when you look 10 years younger than you, how are you supposed to act your age? When you look 20-year-old younger than your age, how are you supposed to act your age? Because right now, if you compare my age with the age of a palm colored woman, if we are in the same age bracket, you'll notice some differences. Like, we won't be looking the same. Then this trend has got everyone realizing that black women already knew that melanin is a blessing. As I told you earlier, that I know melanin is protecting black people so much. So guys, let's get scientifically for a second, because I did some of the research and I want to read for you as quick as possible, because there's actually a reason behind this. So dermatologists say that melanin, the pigment that gives darker skin its color, offers natural protection from the ultraviolet rays. That means fewer wrinkles, less sun damage, and slower visible aging over time. Wait, before we say that melanin means that you'll have fewer wrinkles, there is how black women always take care of themselves. There is how black women always make sure that they are well hydrated. So yes, melanin plays a huge role in this, but also how the black women always protect and make sure that they are well moisturized also plays a very huge role here. And lighter skin tones, especially with less melanin, are more prone to sun exposure damage, collagen loss, and fine lines earlier. It's not about race superiority, it's just biology and genetics. But skincare habits, diet, hydration, and stress all plays a big role. Didn't I tell you that? it plays a big, especially the peace of mind. If you have that peace of mind, if you hydrate so well, if you have good diet, trust you me, you won't age faster. And yeah, melanin helps, but lifestyle matters a lot in this case. And this whole thing, it's not about just who looks younger, who looks older. It's also about how people carry themselves in the society, because aging is not only a physical thing, it's also emotional thing, spiritual thing, and even cultural thing. I've been watching videos of the palm colored women appreciating black women for teaching them how to take a shower, how to hydrate themselves, how to make sure that they are well moisturized. This is playing a very big role when it comes to aging. Is cultural, and black women historically have had to be strong, grounded, and confident. That energy shows up in how they walk, they talk, they age. You can tell when someone grew up surrounded by aunties and grandmas saying that moisturize that face. My grandma used to tell me that, Judy, make sure you drink water, make sure you are well hydrated, because I don't want to see you having wrinkles at an early age. And I used to drink water. Even right now, I can be waking up at night, in the middle of the night, to drink water, and I will be drinking a lot of water. And shea butter, the lotions, the coconut oil that women use, especially the black women, to protect their hair, to make sure that it is well moisturized, it's not dry. I come to realize that majority of these palm colored women, rarely do they take care of their hair. Like, they'll just be washing it, but when it comes to using the hair products, they rarely use the products that the black women always use. And there is generation of wisdom behind that glow of the black women. And now, when some white women jokingly say that they're jealous of black women aging slower as compared to them, I totally understand them, because I think this is also about genetics. Genetics also plays a big role here. And for decades, society uplifted Eurocentric beauty standards, the light skin, the straight hair, the thin lips. But nowadays, you will see the palm colored women going for the BBLs, filling their lips because they want big lips. Like the black women, they don't want the thin lips. Some of them having the black tattoos all over their body because they want to be like black women. And now suddenly, the world's realizing how timeless black beauty is. You've seen the black models out here, the way their beauty glows, their skin glows, and people are admiring them outside here. That is the power of melanin. That's the power of the black beauty, understanding the old beauty hierarchy upside down. So when people say there is jealousy now, it's not just about skin, it's about a shift in who is getting to define the beauty. Like there is this girl called Anok. Oh my god, I love that girl because her skin glows so well. Her body is tea, like it. If I can have that body, I don't know how the world can view me, that is a point that you're a black woman and you start admiring how you are black, the other fellow black women are created, and you want the body of them to be like, you want your body to be like their body. Like, that body goal is just everything. Black don't crack. It's not funny to say that black don't crack. It doesn't crack. If you look at an 80-year-old man with an 80-year-old black man and white man, that is a huge difference. And black people have been through a lot. They celebrate, they shine, they smile, however the hardship they go through. It doesn't mean that black women never age. They age. It means they age gracefully, with resilience and also strength, and again with style. So guys, let me know what you think about this, because beauty is not a competition, and aging also is not a race. Black women, white women, any other woman, they will always age well. Black women have a whole culture of care that the world can actually learn from, not to compete with. You moisturize, you wear that sunscreen, eat well, protect your inner peace. That is a real anti-aging secret. But if you don't have a peace of mind, if you don't check on your diet, if you don't work out, if you don't put that sunscreen and you don't moisturize yourself, do you think you will still age like black women? No. So guys, let me know what you think about this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I appreciate. Until next time, peace and love.